Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Squills here, and today I am going to be giving you guys the complete roaming guide for 2023. I'm going to teach you the ins and outs of how to roam and how you can work on getting better at roaming. In this meta, it's really just an absolute deathmatch gunfight fest, so roaming and taking map control and learning how to move around the map as a roamer and getting some free picks is super crucial in winning this season ranked and presumably for the next few seasons unless Ubisoft decides on making some pretty big changes that affect the meta. So let's get right into it. I'm going to be kind of splitting this chronologically, so throughout the round as you go throughout the round. But first, let me just establish the three goals of a roamer in order of how your priorities should be. And this will kind of dictate to you how you should be roaming. So number one, waste time. That is, any good player will tell you that the goal of a roam is to waste time, stop the attackers from getting straight to site and being able to use all their time and all their utility and all their manpower on the site. So you want to waste some of their utility and most importantly some of their time so that they don't have all of their time to set up their execute. Number two, survive and make it back to site. If you can, even if you don't get any picks, a 5v5 super late in the round is absolutely incredibly chaotic for any attacking team, and unless they have the time to set up a fully, planned out execute, it'll be really hard to kill all 5 attackers in the last 30 seconds of the round. So if you can make it back to site, that is incredibly useful. And number 3 is to just get picks. Now, this is number 3 on the list for a reason, because if you have the opportunity to absolutely take smart gunfights and win them, which will give you a huge advantage in the round, but anytime you attempt to go for a pick, it is an extremely risky play, and sometimes you will get shut down and die, if the attackers have intel on you and you don't really know it, or if you just walk into their crosshairs. So definitely be careful when you are attempting to go for picks. So let's start it off. In the early round, set yourself up properly. Have a plan. So you want to play in an important area that you know the attackers will take, or be in a position to counter them from taking that important map control. So those are two different things. For example, playing an open area on bank when you're defending the basement, that is an area that you know the attackers want to take. So, you sit there, you shoot a couple drones, and you fall back is one possibility. Or you could play in stock upstairs or in archives and open up the wall. Those are just two different ideas you could have to counter the attackers trying to take open area and get free kills without actually playing in it. So try to set yourself up so that you are accomplishing one of those things. Second of all, and most important, give yourself an escape route. Have a way to get out if the attackers pinch you. One of the biggest mistakes I see in ranked is people putting themselves in absolutely ridiculous positions where they can easily be pinched off and then killed for free. So always have a way back to the site. Play near your teammates. That is another crucial thing, especially in the early round. Have someone either watching your back through a cam or in person so that you know if they are taking an engagement, the attackers are pushing over there, and you kind of have your back at least being watched or contested by another defender. And finally, if you don't have, teammates to help you out either by being on cams or playing, in an area where you're not always watching, use traps or barricades, which can be super useful on a roam. Obviously, you don't want to barricade off the site. Everyone knows that's a bad idea. But using barricades on a roam, especially farther off site, to kind of watch your back and making sure people don't sneak up on you is a fantastic idea, and I would definitely recommend using barricades in this way. Now we're going to get into the middle round. Once the attackers start, kind of pushing in on you and trying to figure out where you are, focus on shooting drones and always repositioning. The key to roaming is by kind of slowly peeling back, making the attackers use more and more utility in order to get you out of your position, and punishing them if they don't keep using that utility. So, when they drone you, shoot a drone and move either to a different room that gets you closer to your escape route, or play in a different spot in the room, again playing to the fact that they have to now re-drone you, or if they try to push into that room thinking that you're still in that same spot, now you're in a different spot and you have a free kill. But again, always keep in mind your escape route. If you shoot a drone and you move farther from your escape route, now you're leaving yourself open to getting pinched, and that is always a bad idea. There are going to be certain roams where you're going to always want to be falling back, but always keep in mind that there are certain roams where either if you're near site or if you're in a very crucial area of the map, you might want to just hold it down. And these are the kind of roams where usually you want your teammates or have some kind of utility in place to help you out. But kind of identify which one of those you're in. Don't try to fall back from a position that your team needs to win the round, and don't, try to hold the position that is completely irrelevant on the other side of the map where, if you die in that position that you're trying to hold, it's really just for nothing. Finally, we're talking about the late round. If you're still alive at this point and you're still off-site mainly, you have either completely won the round and you've just killed off all the attackers before they've gotten the ability to get into sight, or you've messed up seriously and the attacker's already in sight and now you're trying to retake. At this point, you're really just playing off of your general siege ability in either retaking the site or, just playing disciplined and winning the round. But generally, you want to avoid this situation. If people on site are being pressured, you want to either be going for the flank in the late round. If the site's being pressured and the attack has just completely ignored you, this could either be a fantastic opportunity to go for a flank, or if you think the attackers are watching your flank, and they will be more often than you actually think they will in the lower ranks, going for a flank is usually a good play when you're dealing with less coordinated teams. But especially in the higher ranks, rotating back through an area that the attackers aren't necessarily pushing. For example, on Oregon, if you're somewhere upstairs and you're defending basement and the attackers are full pushing from bunker and from back stairs, a great way to rotate back to site would be through either freezer stairs and play in freezer once your freezer player dies, or rotating in through laundry and helping out one of your site players once they die, and filling in for the positions of the anchors once they already die is a great way to play as a roamer, because usually as an attacker, if you kill someone in sight, you don't expect someone to immediately retake their position, and as a defender or a roamer coming back from a roam late in the round, that is a great way that you can kind of shore up your defense and get some free kills on attackers who are trying to set up their execute. So there you go. That is a pretty short video, but that summarizes literally everything you need to know when you are roaming. Always make sure that you are focusing on playing your life, not playing for kills. That will kind of result in a very inconsistent playstyle where you're either going off and getting 2 or 3 kills, or dying immediately and being useless, and dying early in the round and being kind of useless for the rest of the round is one of the most frustrating things in Siege. So I like to, of course, avoid it at all costs. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe, like, and especially leave me a comment. I read and respond to every single one of your guys' comments. So if you have any questions for me or just want to leave a comment in the video, know that I will see it, and I really appreciate all your guys' comments. So that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you stay tuned for the next tip video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.